Hello everyone, and welcome back to our DMO update video. Today we have got a new update and events, so let's check them out. And the first thing we have is a new dig buff. Yeah, there it is, the Knights of Vaccine, which gives 12% attack speed and 10% skill damage. And these are the Digimons that are required for the dig buff: Omegamon, Omegamon Sword, Alphamon Ryoken, the Paladinmo Jogress, Magnamon, and Susanoo. So yeah, it is pretty good. 12% attack speed is kinda less than the burst ultimate wing, which is 15%, and this is like the stable free-to-play buff that you should be getting. And like all the other strong relevant dig buffs will have the 15% attack speed, so this is slightly less, as you can see, 12%. So you trade 3% attack speed for 10% skill damage. I don't know if it's actually gonna be stronger or not, so for that I will be actually making a separate video comparing both dig buffs. Next we have the new R15 chipsets that was added. It's not the normal rank 15, it's a double chipsets. Currently it's available in a limited sale in the cash shop, which is the only way to obtain it. It's currently available for the Meta Empire and Virus Busters families. You can buy it for 10 crown each, and when you scan it you get a random chipset. So if you wanna see the combinations, all the available combinations that you can get, you can obviously, write it down in the exchange shop. And then, as you can see, attack critical, attack evasion, all the possible combinations that you can get. Obviously the good ones are gonna be like attack and hit, HB and hit. The second stat needs to be hit. Crit is a thing, but doesn't seem to be that high, so I actually got a couple of it. Yeah, I did buy a couple. As you can see, I got HB and evasion, which is not great. HB and evasion is still not great, and defense and hit rate, which is not great. But for me, at least, it was an upgrade over the rank 10 chipsets, which is the one I'm using. And I also got two trash ones, and they got sold. Obviously I'd sell them dirt cheap because I genuinely don't care. But yeah, it's defense evasion and defense crit rate. But yeah, as you can see, the crit rate status is not that high, like 260. It's basically 2%, 2.6%, which is not that high, and evasion is like 2.5%. So obviously crit rate is a relevant stat. You would want to get that for accessory in your accessories or chipsets, even if you are doing some of the harder dungeons, which have like crazy hit rate requirements. But I don't know if that's gonna be too good or not, because 2.5, 2.6% crit rate is not that high. So, and lastly, we have tons of updates and bug fixes. First off, the drop chance for the true data and enrichment data have been increased, so that's pretty nice. And they also tweaked some changes, some stuff related to the jumping event. I think you can get the guided jewel fragment. You can get for up to 2 per day for the jumping event, so I guess jumping event will be easier to finish. We also have two changes related to the exchange system, is that when you type a random number, it will automatically type the biggest number that you have. And lastly, we have a pretty good change, which, yeah, I should have added it sooner, honestly, but when you try to buy an item, it will default to 1. I think previously it would like have the max, so some people accidentally bought multiples of items. Now, of course, when you click purchase, the quantity will be 1 by default. And lastly, a bug fix related to achievement. The game would crash for some people when you are scrolling through achievements, so that have been fixed. Next, we have a pretty cool event that you can get up to 10 AOA or Omegamon X loot boxes. Obviously the chance is 0.2, and if you're wondering which one to get, it's gonna be Omegamon X for the vaccine, for the dig buff, the Omegamon X dig buff or whatever. It basically makes Omegamon X stronger than AOA. And yeah, now how to get this is via the D Candice coin, which you can get by clicking E. And yeah, as you can see, you can get it. Not this is 100 times event. Yeah, you can see you have boxes, and each of these boxes will contain items. So you click receive, and I have got the first box that contains 1 D-Can's coin and 1 hatchback level 5, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this is the item that you can get from the boxes. So literally tomorrow we'll be getting 15 days yellow soccer, so it's a whole bunch of pretty cool stuff. So the items already from the boxes are pretty good. But of course, the big item here is you can, gamble for Omegamon X. Of course, if you don't want that, then understandable. Honestly, you can get the Agumon costume, which is pretty cool. Personally, I'm going for the Omegamon X thing. Next, we have a support pack for returning players. So if you haven't logged on since the 20th of May, you will get a package containing all these items. So yeah, just free stuff for not playing the game. Pretty cool, of course. Next we have is a daily quest, and the daily quest duration is from the 25th of July until 8th of August 2023. So the first quest is from Palmon. This one is very simple. This one will give you the 3 water jewel, and you have to use them in 3 different maps in the Lost Historic Site, Several Continent Desert, and the Digimon Farm. You have to go to these maps in these specific areas and right click on the water jewel to complete the quest, and the quest reward is gonna be 10 EP. Next is a daily quest from Gabumon, and this one will ask you to collect 20 ice, which are dropped. Yeah, any of these map will drop the ice item to complete the quest, and the quest reward, as you saw, is gonna be 10 EP and 1 ice crystal, which can be used to craft evolution items or riding items from Gabumon. So we have all the removed Digimons, evolutions, and the typical list of PMs. This one haven't been updated for years, or you can, get fruit if you want. Of course, none of these PMs are particularly good, so honestly get whatever you want. Next is some complicated daily quest from Starmon for whatever reason, and this one will give you this item, which will give you a random item that will give you a random daily quest. So I got Miramon. So we have the wanted Skull Miramon, Miramon, or Garudamon. So 3 different daily quests, and they have different requirements, but they are essentially the same reward. So whatever you got doesn't really matter. So I have got the Miramon one, and it should open a new daily quest, but it doesn't show, so I will change channel for it to show. The one code A, which can be combined with EP to craft items from Banshulimon from the normal EP shop. So yeah, this one will ask me to defeat 30 Miramon in Silver Conlet Canyon. The other quest will ask you to defeat, if you got Garudamon, then you have to wait 20 Garudamon in the desert. Yeah, this one in Silver Conlet Desert. Or if you got Skull Miramon, then he's gonna be a raid boss that spawns once every minute in the pyramid map. Now after finishing this quest, you will get the order, which will unlock a next daily quest, which called Who is the Lead Culprit. And this one is one of the good old summon quests. You will take the traces of culprit, and then you go to the D Terminal Underground Square to summon Chimeramon to complete the quest. And the quest reward is 15 EP and 1 could be, which can be combined with EP to craft items from Banshulimon. And the last daily quest from Henry will ask you to defeat 20 Miramon in the western area, in the Shinjuku western area. The quest reward is gonna be 10 AP and 1 fire crystal, which you can use the fire crystal to craft items, but you can also upgrade the fire crystal. So yeah, one of the fire crystal, you have a 60% chance to get level 1 and 60% each time you try to upgrade it. So the chances are pretty low. All this for golden banana, and then it's fruit. It's literally just fruit. Is this worth the hassle? Probably not. Of course, if you get lucky, 7 days magnetic is decent, or 7 for Vigrazil, but yeah, I don't know if this is worth it, honestly. And lastly, we have a leveling map, the burning time maps. This is the time KST. Yeah, you enter during these times. Of course, it's available currently as I'm recording, but yeah, this will have mobs from level 60 up to level 100. Now, keep in mind the level cap have been increased, so you can level there up to 130, I think, because level cap is now 30. I don't know if it's gonna be faster than Mugen or not, but if you don't have access to Mugen or Minato City, it actually could be pretty decent to level up to 130. And lastly is a really good event, and that is a double stats event for Darkness Digimons. And I have realized this guy is not Darkness. So yeah, all Mega or higher Digimons that are Darkness will be double stats. So Mega or higher, so basically Burst Mode, Variants, and Jogress will be double stats for 2 weeks from now, the 25th of July until the 8th of August, which is pretty cool. Now obviously the premier Darkness Digimon is gonna be Moon Millenniumon, the free to play one, which is actually pretty strong. Now it's gonna be double stats, so that's pretty cool. Everyone who have a good Darkness Digimon or Moon will have a very strong Digimon for 2 weeks, which is pretty cool. Now Mega Ohio will also include Megas apparently, so yeah, this is a Mega Digimon. As you can see, he's already double stats. Of course, the normal doesn't have 2000 base attack. So yeah, that is definitely pretty cool. And lastly, we have the EP kit change. This time we have an evasion seal, which yeah, kinda useless. Well, of course, go for it if you want. Nothing too fancy, just the normal EP stuff. And with that, we have the login time reward. Here's the item that you can get every single day, and the items you get in the weekends. And lastly, for promotions, nothing too fancy. We have the return of the highest memory skill, which will give you either a high and a small chance at the highest memory skill. Some dig buff packages. This is where you can get all the item required for the dig buff, including this, which is obtained from very easy quest. I don't know why it's there, but it's there, I guess. But yeah, it even includes 100% miracle and 2 holo ring. It's a pretty decent one if you don't have the dig buff. Of course, it doesn't include Susanumon, But Susanoo have his own package as well, the Return of the Two Susanoo package. We also have the Omega Dig Buff package, which is kind of whatever because the eggs are level 3 up to 5, and even includes the Alpha, which is again from quests. And lastly, the Adventure Dig Buff, which is actually dirt cheap, honestly. 49 crown for all this. It's not a terrible deal, honestly. And yeah, we have the two Susanoo packages. So yeah, that's everything, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe for more demo content. I will see you guys in the next video.